The dime is starting to kick in. So I'm probably more faded than my shirt. Let's talk about some games. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Buttons and Beans gaming channel. The channel where we're always on the hunt for new games to add to the always growing, always changing video game collection. This week we stopped at a few pawn shops. We also stopped at the Goodwill. They didn't stop at the Goodwill. What am I talking about? Boy, that dime, boy, that pen is mightier than Thor's hammer. Pause. This week we stopped at a few pawn shops. We also stopped at a GameStop to see if we can find anything that we can knock off of the wall of games here. We also pulled up to Walmart and pulled the trigger on something new. Yeah, we had to do it. Enough talk. Let's go. The pawn shop had this special edition Pikachu Nintendo 3DS XL. They had it listed for $250, but said they'll let it go for $200 plus tax. This one was a hard one to walk away from, and to be honest with you, I'm thinking about going back and seeing if it's still there. Guns, pawn, jewelry, and video games. So we just picked this up at the pawn shop. In this case, I pulled up to GameStop and they have the same game with the case, the cover, and they're gonna swap it for me. So, yes sir, we're gonna go ahead and add one to the collection and we're gonna get it complete. Very nice. Now here's one that's not on the board of games, but one that I want to play. But damn, at 40 for that, fake new at GameStop, we may have to leave it behind. That steel case is kind of tough. Buy that because of the packaging. Let's look at the pre-owned. This game was a lot of fun. GameStop had a good amount of games that are on my list, like Street Fighter 6 for the PS5, but I didn't want to pay, what is that, $40 for a used copy, so we left it there. Let me know if there's anything up here that I need to add to my list, or anything that you played. It's a huge wall of games, and I'm sure I missed something. Be sure to let me know in the comments. This game is so expensive. There we go. Little switcheroo. GameStop didn't get the delivery of Zelda, so we went to Walmart, and there it is. We had to pick it up. We are taking a look at the wall of games. We picked up some games recently, and I want to take them off the board. I haven't had an opportunity to do so. So last week, we looked at Dork Romantic. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the ones that we've already picked up. I guess I can just pin them up here, kind of in order. And then maybe one day we'll just go back and look at them. The next one we picked up, there's Dave. Dave the Diver. Here's something we picked up that isn't on the list. The Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom. Let me just say this real quick. The board and the wall of games are games that I want to have. We went to GameStop today and they had some games that were on my list, but it's just not games that I wanted to pick up, especially on the PlayStation side. Excuse me, it's not that I didn't want to pick them up. I didn't want to pay what they were asking for the used copy. So we left them behind, and that's okay. There's a lot of games, a lot of places to find games and buy games, and we'll get there. So I tell you that to justify my purchase. The Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom. So we paid full price for this one. And this game is worth the 60 bucks. This is more my style of Zelda game. It reminds me of A Link to the Past, Zelda from the Super Nintendo, which is the only Zelda game that I played to completion. I did play, and I have, Breath of the Wild digital on the Switch. Put in some hours, some good hours on it, but never completed that game. Just didn't finish it. It's a lot that goes on in that game. It just wasn't for me. So on the board I have Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and at some point we'll come across it. But this style of Zelda game is more to my liking, more to my speed. To my understanding, this is very much the same art style as Link's Awakening on the Switch, which is a game that I haven't played yet. So I think we need to add that to the list, and I'll probably take off Tears of the Kingdom because I'm not really too interested in that particular Zelda game. A lot of the things that you discover, you come in contact with, monsters that you defeat, you can then use those as echoes later in the game to help you out, whether it be to defeat a different monster or a boss or help you solve a puzzle. The beds as bridges, hugely helpful in this game. I use the bed as bridges quite a bit, but I've also used the bed to catch a quick nap and regain some hearts, like right there in the middle of the play, which is really smart, really cool. This one comes highly recommended from me. If you are thinking about picking this one up, don't hesitate. Go get it. You won't be disappointed. If you have not thought about picking this one up and you typically don't play Zelda games, this is a good one. I really do believe this is one that you'll enjoy. One of those games that I just don't think Zelda games are for everybody. A lot of them are not for me, but this is one of those that anyone can play. And it's very catchy, it's charming, it's a fun game, and a lot of people are going to enjoy this one. Going from a good Switch game to a not so good Switch game. Let's call it bad. It's a bad Switch game. Mortal Kombat 1. We picked this up when we went to a random pawn shop that we had never been to before. They had it marked for $29, and the lady said you can have it for $20. I only picked this up because of how bad I heard it is, and I just wanted to see for myself. Graphically, it's about what I expected. Things look, drowned out, dumbed down. The cutscenes in the story mode were not bad at all. But this game is unplayable for me, and because of the loading times, they are just, there's just no way I can't play this. I went to practice a fatality. I did the fatality, and then it sent me to, or I'm sorry, I said try again, and then it said, all right, cool, sit here for 2 minutes while we load this again. And you try that one move again, and then sit here for another 2 minutes while we load this again. There's no way. If you have a want to play this, don't play it on the Switch. Play it on something else. Any other console or system. Don't play this on the Switch, man. If the Switch is your only console and your only means, and you have to play Mortal Kombat, just don't play Mortal Kombat, because this is not worth your money. Not even a little bit. Leave this one alone. Pick this up on the PS5, Xbox, whatever. Steam Deck, mobile phone. Don't play this on the Switch, man. We went to another pawn shop. This one was in Phoenix, and we got a great deal. A bunch of games for 32 bucks. Originally it was 30 bucks. The young lady who rung me up, very sweet, very nice. She says, hey, I just charged you 30 bucks, but I forgot to charge you tax. Can I charge you tax? So I was like, yeah, sure. So she charged me another 2 bucks and some change on my card, which is like, you know, it's all good. But she did give me another game. She said, hey, I didn't charge you for this game, but so we're good. First, we have a stack of PS3 games. Dynasty Warriors 7, The Walking Dead Survival Instinct. That pen is kicking in. I can feel that. I can feel everything starting to slow down. What the hell is this? Fallen Angel, Sacred 2. I have never seen this one. Light or shadow, you decide. Here we have Batman Arkham Origins. Lego Harry Potter, years 5 through 7. This is just a clean looking game. That was my main reason for picking it up. I just thought it looked cool. And a lot of Lego games, they look really good. Which is why they're making that Horizon Lego game, which, whatever. Horizon as a series just doesn't do it for me. Something about robot prehistoric animals is just, it doesn't hit. Now this game, this is my favorite racing franchise. So anytime I see this or any variation of it, I'm likely gonna pick it up, especially when it's just dirt cheap. Burnout Paradise. This is the greatest hits edition for the PS3. The ultimate driving playground. Yo, Burnout is just fun. They made crashes and wrecks a thing of beauty. This is an absolutely lovely game. I love Burnout. Takedown was my favorite one. I'm not even all that sure how much of Paradise I played, but Takedown is my favorite. What is this? Valkyria Revolution, a dramatic tale of revenge in a time of war. This is the extra one. I said, I'm gonna get one more game, and this was the extra game that I wanted to get. Injustice 2, Legendary Edition. Was that Hellboy? Oh, got Leo down there, Hellboy, they got some Turtles. Oh, it's a lot of people back here. Okay, it's just like, it's a lot of Batman. Batman Return to Arkham for the PS4. Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden, Deluxe Edition. This is one that I just grabbed because I had never seen or heard of it, so I like to grab games like that, completely new to me. What is this? Is this like Looney Tunes on steroids? Because was that Daffy Duck and Porky Pig just out of the damn mind? UFC 4. This is the case for it. This is the actual game. The case is all messed up and the game won't actually stay in place. So listen to this silly stuff. I'm really bad at this, at doing this. I do this sort of thing kind of a lot, but it's whatever. Here we have Disney Classic Games Collection. This includes The Jungle Book, Aladdin, and The Lion King. Now we picked up the game in one of those generic GameStop cases on the same run that we picked up all those other games. We went to GameStop right after and we saw this case. And I remember hearing that if you have the game in a GameStop case and they happen to have it, they'll swap it out for you. So I asked and they said, yeah, sure, no problem. Do you have it with you? We'll do it right now. I get home, I crack the game open, and I recognize and notice that this game is Disney Classic Games, but it's just Aladdin and Lion King. No Jungle Book. I didn't know that they had a different, I guess, variant. So this case is for one with 3 games. The actual cartridge itself is just Aladdin and Lion King. But, you know, this looks a lot cleaner on the shelf. We'll just deal with it. It's okay. Typically on the sign off, I have how much everything costs, what I paid for it, what the price charting value is, and all that good stuff. To be honest with you, I'm not doing that on this video. It's not always about the value. It's not about, did you get a good deal? So often you watch YouTube and you watch videos and it is about like, hey, this is how much I paid for it. This is how much I saved on it. And all of that is all well and good. And don't get me wrong, I always want to get a good price, right? I don't want to just give my money away. But what I'm trying to start focusing on, what I want this channel to focus on is really the joy of collecting, the joy of finding a game that is either on your list and you've been hunting for it, or something that you didn't know you wanted and now it's just the greatest thing ever to you. And that's why I'm trying these games out. Like, that's why I played Mortal Kombat. That's why I played Dave the Diver when we picked that up. That's why I jumped into Zelda, because I want to play these games and be able to say that I played the game, more so than just have a bunch of stuff on the shelf. So October is here. We're going to start playing more games. Yeah, this is typically my month where I just go a little game crazy. And it's not always about the potential value or the monetary value. It's really about what it means to you. Are you enjoying what you're doing? Are you having a good time playing that game? Are you having a good time collecting? Are you having a good time hunting? Whatever it is, enjoy what you're doing. Be happy about it. Be good with it. This dog interrupted my sentimental moment. That's going to do it for this week. Thank you for taking the time to watch. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I appreciate you, and until next time, go.